if you're new to the channel, my name's Dino, and with my partner Adam and our fur baby Twyla, we've been travelling around Australia part-time for the last 4 years. We decided we were going to sell our house, buy a new van, and go full-time at the end of this year. So if you enjoy the great outdoors, camp cooking, the occasional country bakery, come with us as we keep travelling Australia one town at a time. Now let's return to this week's episode. In this week's episode, I'll be giving you a full tour inside and outside of our brand new Emu RV van, and also Adam, myself and Twyla will be naming her. So buckle in, we've got a lot to show you. So I'm on the Emu RV website, and this is where you can build your own van. So we went with the Emu RV E2S, which is the extra long wheelbase. So you just choose which one you want. And then we went for the R-Tense grey, and that's the colour there, which I absolutely love the colour. Because we got, which you'll see in a second, some added extras onto it, it just makes them pop, but I'll talk about them in a second. We chose these wheels, which is their limited edition 16-inch Emu RV wheels, and set of 4 obviously. They just pop, and I love having the all-terrain tires on them. They look amazing. Then we picked the XRT pack. Now when you go into that, so you just select it and it shows you all the different things you get. So the first thing being, and one of my things that I love on the outside of the van, is the bumper bar, front bar. Here it is here, and it is just sexy, can I just say. Next we have the suspension. So this is what we got. That's an added feature if you wanted it, but this is what we got. And that lifts the van a little bit, which is even better. That's what we wanted. Then we have the lighting, which is these Nava, I think that's how you pronounce it, lights. They are amazing, and they are so bright. We'll definitely be able to light up the road along the way with these. We also have 2 of these on the side of the van, not these exact lights, but the smaller ones, to light up outside as we step out of the van. Now next we have the electrics. So I'm not the best with this stuff, but we ended up with 2 solar panels. Now I'm going to tap on this. So if you want to have a read of, learn more of what we actually got, this is it, because this is the stuff Adam and I we don't know much about. We just want power, okay? So we got 2 of these. That's what we got. If you want to pause and have a read, please feel free, or go to the website. Then also we got the lithium battery, but we got 1 extra. So we got 2 lithium batteries. Here you go. Read some more. So that is all on the website if you want to read up on it, or pause the screen now and check it out. Because again, not really up with all this stuff. So I thought at least the information's there. And then we did get a UHF. You would have seen the huge aerial on the front bumper bar, and that is for this guy. And learn more. This is what this is here, so we can talk to other travelers, maybe even a truckie, to find out if we can overtake him to stay safe. So yeah, that could come in handy. So that's why we definitely wanted that. Fans and vents. So this comes with it. I'll talk about this more in the next part of the episode with this fan. Now, let's go to screens. So we ended up with the magnet fly screen for the side door. This is definitely a game changer. The quality, you cannot believe the quality of these fly screens. I've never seen better ones in any other van. And you can get the back one as an option. We didn't get that for now, but I'll talk about that again towards the end of the episode. But the side one we got was amazing. It's magnetized. You can roll it up. It stays on all the time. It's out of the way. and when you need it, it's there and it's good quality. Then we have the upgrades. So some really great upgrades you can get, but what we got was the deck for inside the shower, and then also our Emu RV floor mat, which is fantastic, easy to clean, vacuum it straight up, and it just looks Mickey Mouse. And also, we have 2 mounts for our table. So the one inside the van and one on the outside. Then we have films. Now, these are window tints. This is fantastic. Already having our van in our driveway at the moment, if we don't have the shades up, no one during the day can see in our van, and even at night, it's really hard to see inside it, which is awesome. But looking out the windows, you get a beautiful view from inside. So we really liked getting the windows tinted. And then lastly, we have our protection. So it's all coated on the outside with this ceramic coat of paint that protects it. There is a bit of information here if you want to have a read. And this is great for being off-road and that you don't want chips in your paint. So this will help with that. And if you ever to resell your van, you're going to, trust me, you're going to get a better price selling a van if it doesn't have chips all over it from rocks flicking up onto your van. Okay, now let's go show you the cab inside. To get in, obviously, we can go through the side door with our electric retractable step. So that's quite handy to have just to get up into the van because it is quite high up. And this is the cab and how it looks. Now it's keyless to start. So all you need to do is simply press the button and the vehicle starts. So that makes it easy. Just make sure you put your foot on the actual brake before you press go. This is definitely not going to be the most technical tour you've ever seen, but I'll show you what I do know. Okay, let's start off with a USB charger. Yes, I told you, keeping it simple. And also you got here to charge things with also plenty of cup holders and storage in the doors. They're quite deep down the bottom, and you even got these little kind of nooks you can put your phone or bits and things into. Down here, you've got, of course, you've got your glove box. And then up here, this one, if you are running your aircon, will cool your drinks down up here. Or also, you can, if you've got the heater on, it will warm things up also. Now, the rear view mirror is an actual camera, so it gives you great vision when you're driving along. And then also when you put the van into reverse, you get an even bigger screen, which actually helps you direct which way the van's going, and it has a little guideline. So if you know you're turning in too close to a gutter, or you can see cars coming when you've parked. The van has fantastic side mirrors. They also have a mirror down the bottom that you can tilt separately so you can see the guttering where you're parking. Now, I'm not 100% familiar with this yet, this feature, but on the steering wheel, you can actually flick through screens, and they do all different things. I'm not quite used to this yet. I'm still working on it, but you can see the speed you're going. You can see the radio stations. You can set your cruise control. So all these different things, but like I said, I'm not quite used to it yet, but I'm sure I will be in the future. The van definitely has the most comfortable seats in the front. They've both got 2 armrests and both spin around. The passenger seat spins right around. You just touch this lever, spins around, and then you can even move it forward, which is technically backwards, and you can use the pull-up bench to maybe do some computer work. Definitely going to be having a lot of coffees in the morning here. And having this feature means we can use the cab at night as another extension of our living space, which is going to make life in the van even better. And check out this little cute feature on our keys. Now, I did mention cup holders, and because they're so important, I thought I'd give you a full cup holder tour. 2 in the front here. So keep counting. 3, 4, and 5. There you go. How many cup holders do you actually need? But anyway, all right, now this is another great feature. You can charge your phone. You just pop it in there, and that's good, so you're not using it. It all connects up to the van, and when that blue light is on, it means your phone is charging, which is awesome. So we'll be able to play our music, and our phone's not going to go flat. Now, I did show you this in an episode. Our concertina blinds, they're amazing. Game changer. Don't have to store blinds away. They pack away so easy. They're so easy to put out and back in. I'm doing this one-handed. I really should be using two probably, so I don't break them. I might have to pause it here just so I can show you how they look after the fact. Okay, this is how it looks when they're all covered in. And it blocks out a lot of light. I've got one of them still open, but I'm pretty happy with the way these are. Now let's head back outside before I show you the back of the van. Now this is where our toilet waste goes. It easily comes out, and the best part, it has wheels. The last one we had to carry it all the way to the dump point. This one has handy wheels, and you can literally guide it all the way there, which makes it so much simpler to get rid of your toilet wastes. Now I'll take you to the other side of the van. So this is where we have our awning, but underneath the awning, we've got two lights, and then also we have the strip light under the actual awning itself. So this is gonna be great for taking Twyla out for toilet runs at night. We don't have to trip down the stairs. In our old van, we didn't have any lights on the outside. So this is another game changer for us. And it's all nice just to have the strip lighting for a bit of ambience at night when you've got your awning open. Now the awning is electric. It self-tensions itself. You just pull it out. I won't do the whole thing because it is quite windy today and wet, but it just gives you the idea of it coming out. This is how it looks when it's half out, or maybe a quarter, because it can go quite far out. And normally at this stage, you'd pull the legs down. And then behind this sliding door, you have your fixture, so you can attach your lagoon table outside. You got two plugs there, so you can plug in when you're on a powered site, and you got your USB plug there also, so that's quite handy. All right, now let's head back inside, and I'll finish off this van tour. Okay, so now let's move on to the back, and we'll start up above the fridge. We've got the microwave. Now, the good thing about this microwave is it is plateless. So you just put your food in there and press go, and it will heat up your food, obviously. And we do have a bit of storage above that also. And then down here, you got two power plugs, obviously for when you are plugged in. But if you're not plugged in, you do have a USB and a PD port there. Then we'll move on to the fridge and freezer. Yes, you heard me right. It has a fridge and freezer. This is one of the reasons why Adam and I loved this van from day one. We just couldn't believe the size of a fridge and freezer they could have in a camper van like this. All your controls are on top. These do lock, so you can't hit the screen and you've changed the dial, but you can turn the fridge on, so the fridge controls are there. Freezer controls there, and you do have a night mode if you want it to be a little bit quieter. But to be honest, compared to our old fridge, this is silent. And let's open it up. And oh, look, I've already forgotten. We have this special lock here, which is fantastic. So when you're driving and you've got heavy bottles of drink in there or something, you don't want your champagne flying out your fridge. It's got 3 shelves in the door. Look, we haven't even removed all the packaging yet. It's so new. Now, one thing I love about these shelves is they do have these little things you can lift up, and again, it helps from things flying off the shelf, especially on those bumpy all-terrain tracks. And then you've got 3 shelves, 1, 2, 3, plus the crisper. Look how huge these crispers are. So much room compared to our old man. We are just ecstatic with this, and it even has a little feature that you can click this, so when you're not using your fridge and you're at home, say for instance, you can leave a bit of an air gap, so you're not getting mold in the fridge as when you're not using your van. Fantastic idea. Then down here is the freezer. Adam's happy we can have ice creams on the road. look at the size of this. It goes all the way back, and we're going to be able to fit so much in there. This can come out, or you can move it back, but look at that. That is awesome. It's just such a game changer. We can prep food, we can do like big pasta sauces, we can vacuum seal them, we can stack them up, freeze them nice and tight, and we can fit so many meals in there when we're off grid. How awesome is that? So this can run off grid. So that is on right now. Well, it's actually not on, I've got it turned off, but yeah, so you can see it's off at the moment, and we just think this fridge is awesome. Now let's talk about the space above the cab. So if we open this up, there is quite a fair bit of room in here. It's quite deceiving. We've managed to fit up the top there our slats for our bed. So they're very lightweight, so we could put them up there. They're out of the way, which is great. We've got a picnic rug up here. We've also got Twyla's cooling mats. So that's fantastic. They've been able to fit up there. And then also big thank you to Carol and Kim. They've been subscribers since the start. And at the meet and greet, they actually gifted Adam, myself and Twyla the most beautiful fire pit. I'm not going to show you that, but that is where it's going to be staying, and it's going to be coming on the road with us full time. And guys, I can't wait to show you this fire pit. It is absolutely amazing, and thank you guys again for gifting that to us. We just really appreciate your support over the years. You've been fantastic. All right, so that is what's up there. And then behind the front seat, we have the front table. That is where it's stored away. So it's just one little clip and pulls it out. So all I have to do is do this, and the table slides out. As simple as that. How good is that? We'll set that up later and show you. But it is a lagoon table, as you can see there. It's a lagoon, and it's so easy to store away. And the best part about that is we can put it inside or outside. Like I said at the start of the episode, there's a little spot where it can sit outside. Now we'll turn around and show you the kitchen sink and also the burner. This is really nice. We love the color of this, and it's a little bit textured, the top of it. We do have this extension that you can pull up on the side, which is awesome. So you can still get past and out the door, but it just adds a bit of space there if you're doing dishes and you need that bit of space. Plus, the lagoon table can connect right up, and it sticks out about that far. So we end up with a long bench that you can work on when you're cooking, which is perfect for me. You know how much I love my cooking. It's a 3-burner. So we probably won't always use 3 burners. We might only use a 2, but at least we've got the option of that, which is awesome. And it's all stainless steel, so we can clean it up. That is perfect. I have a feeling this stove top is going to get a lot of use. You know me. Anyway, above you have the exhaust fan. Now, what I should have done earlier is put this light on so I could show you the burner a bit easier. But yeah, it's got one side that turns it on, and then the other side is the actual light switch itself. So this gives us light while we're cooking, and also while we're doing dishes at night, we can turn that on for that little bit extra light, which is awesome. So I'll just turn that off now. And then underneath that is the kitchen sink, and the tap is great. It has filtered water, so that's a filter there, so we can drink this water. Not like in our old van where we never drank out of there. We used to always take bottled water with us. And then you just have your normal water straight from the tank. And yeah, it's all ready to go. You can have that hot and cold, obviously. You just got to have the gas on to do that. And then underneath here, it does come with this tub. Now, the tub you can use to do your dishes in. If you don't want things going down your sink, the tub's good for that. So you don't have to put it into your grey water. Plus, it's good for rinsing even. We haven't decided if we're going to keep that in the van or not, but I'm sure in the future we will know. Then you have this handy rack that we can put our sponge on when we're parked up. Maybe we can put our little plug in there and our dishwashing liquid maybe, but I'm sure we will work it all out in the future. But yeah, no, it's a great little added bonus, this coming with the van.
And like I said, over time we'll work out if we're going to keep it in here and use it, or if we put it away.
So under the sink, this is a game changer. We have these awesome drawers, and we have already filled them all up almost. Well, pretty much almost. We've got our utensils, our plates, our mugs, and Adam's aligned them with these so they don't roll around too much. In this one, we've got our pots. So we've got my fry pan in there. We've got lids, bowls, kettle. This one is for the gas. So if we're free camping, and some containers. Then down in this one is all our towels, tea towels, pretty much, yeah, beach towels. They're all in there. It's a huge drawer there. And then I love the fact that they utilized all the space, including this little cutout here. So rather than, you know, have this no drawer at all, they've done this so obviously so it fits in the drawer. But then we can put our knife there. We've got Twyla's bowl there, her dinner bowl, and all our knives and forks. Fantastic. Look at all that space. Then down here, we've got wine glasses, of course, and we've got bowls, our little things for our little cheese boards. We can put things in. We've got bowls to eat out of, and glasses, more containers. And then last but not least, we have our toiletries. So that's where all our toiletries will go. Obviously there's a space there at the moment, so toiletries go there. And we've got some torches there for at night, or some lanterns I should say. Now we'll move on to the bathroom. To get to the bathroom, you go through this mirrored door. Now check this out, look at that. So if you're getting ready to go out somewhere, at least you've got somewhere you can check yourself out, make sure you look beautiful. Now we'll head in. Now this does lock, so you can have it locked and open. And then in here, look at this, the lighting in here is amazing. You heard Melissa on one of the last episodes saying how good it was for her makeup.
Oh, the lighting is so good in here. I was just checking myself out in the mirror.
Yeah.
Getting more camera ready. The lighting's
I
great
know,
in
isn't it
here.
good? Yeah.
I know, look at my makeup.
Yeah.
I know, it's good in here.
All right, well, I'll leave you now that you get do your thing.
I'll get ready.
Dinner will be soon.
Okay, see you.
Now this is a vent, so you can suck air out. And obviously you got the lighting around it. Then we've got our shower head, which this can come off, which is great. So we can actually wash Twyla on the road if we need to, which is fantastic. And then it's even got a soap holder. We've got a spot there to fit all our shampoo and hair products and shaving cream, which is great. And then here you have a sink. Now this is a game changer too, because we've never had a sink in the bathroom. So you can brush your teeth at night in there, and you're not doing it in your kitchen sink, which is always nice. And then we've got another mirror on the wall, so you can check yourself out before you come out and see the world for the day. And then the toilet itself, now this spins, so you can have it two ways. And this toilet is actually porcelain. Hear that? The real deal. So you're like sitting on a proper throne. You obviously got your button there to press to flush your toilet, and then you got the wooden floor inlay, so you can put that in. You can take that out if you want, it's up to you. This is an extra addition if you want it. And then you've got a heater little spot there, so the heat comes into here. So you can use this as a drying room too. So if you've got a pole and hung it over here, one of those ones that you can stretch out and they kind of hold themselves up, you can hang clothes in here to dry. Especially if you go up to the snow, you could always do that, but I don't think we'll be going to the snow anytime soon. Now, besides having this fan here, you do have another one here. Now, I don't know too much about this fan yet because I'm not used to it yet. I haven't used it much, well, at all really. Oh no, we used it once for cooking. Great for cooking because it sucks out, make sure everything gets out. But you can open it up like so, and then it's got a few buttons here you can play with. You can have it on, you can have it reversed, so you can have it sucking air out or sucking air in. And there is a function, again, haven't worked it out yet, where you can supposedly have it, so you set a temperature So it actually turns on and off while you're not in the van. Obviously you have to have that open, but yeah, it's meant to be really good. So we'll let you know about that in the future. But yeah, that's how you open it up, by twisting this. You open up the top, and then you got your fan and all your buttons there to control it. And then you've got your antenna, so just turn it to put it up, and then you can actually pull that down and spin it to be able to get the right direction where you want it to turn. And then in the background here, we've got our command center. You've already seen this one. This one does the awning outside. Then to turn the power on, it's on at the moment, so you've got that one there. You've got a night mode. It tells you how much power we have for solar. We're sitting at 98%, and it is a very cloudy day. Then it's got tanks. So our tank 1 is 75. Tank 2 is 0 because it's open at the moment. So that's our grey water. And then, yeah, you've got your different other different things on here that we're soon to learn about. But we're slowly getting there. We're slowly getting there. Also, these turn on our lights above there and underneath here. Look how beautiful that is. All right, moving on down. This is our aircon. So when we're plugged in, we can have our aircon on. We can't have aircon on whilst we are free camping, but we can while we're paid camping or plugged in somewhere. And then the controls for that are here, some of the controls, and we've got this one also. So you have a few ways to run it. And this also runs our heater by gas or by electric, so which is awesome. And then we've got a few different, I think they call them circuit breakers, and they're just there to protect the hardware, we'll say. Then whilst we're in this cupboard, this is Twyla's cupboard. So this is all for Twyla. So there's a lot more to go in here. So she's going to have all her bits and pieces in here that she needs for on the road, including clippers. Adam's going to attempt to start cutting her hair because we will be on the road, and we'll see how we go, or otherwise we'll end up at the barber's. And then we have the next cupboard, which is going to be Adam's cupboard. So this will be for Adam. This is where he's going to have all his clothes, and pretty much this is it. Originally he was going to have that, but then we realised Twyla needed some. So this is where his clothes will go. And then I don't know if we'll end up putting some somewhere else, or if this would be it. It is a lot. These are huge, like really, like I don't know if the camera gives it justice, but they do go far back. And if we use packing cubes, it'll be even better. I can store them right up to in here and use this space all the way up. Now I'm about to spin around, but before I do, we do down here have our lights. Now these, so when the bed's set up, you can have a reading light each, which is fantastic for Adam and I. And you can turn that on blue light or white light. And then underneath, you do have a USB plug, so we can charge at night. And then when we have power, we do have another 2 plugs here, which is awesome. And then up here, you got 2 shelves. So if you want to sit your phone up here, you can. Or eventually we could get some metal brackets made up to make it more of a basket. But at the moment, we've been storing, when we've had the bed made up fully, we've been storing these cushions, this one and this one, up here. And that's got them out of the way and has worked really well for us. All right, next cupboard. We told you we're showing you everything. This here is cleaning products. We've got our kettle and toaster, which we may go smaller, but at the moment that's the one we had in the old van. We've got our toilet stuff, so that's just the chemicals and that for the toilet. And we've got our washing detergent, clothesline, some paper, and obviously toilet paper. Then we move on to this one, which will be our food. So this is our pantry, and next to that also will be part of our pantry. It's got a few different things in there at the moment, but eventually these will be really nicely stocked with our herbs and spices. At the moment we've just got a few in bags and a bit of salt and pepper, but that we will be working on. And then here we've got our first aid kit, our fire safety, plus our shoe away, which you know we don't leave home without. So yeah, so that is our pantry basically right there. And these cupboard doors are so good because you've got your handprints. It doesn't really mark at all on here. Having them, they're kind of like smudge free, which is awesome. And they're locking very well. And they're just a nice cupboard. Look at that. All right, I'm going to move on to the windows. They're all the same. So we've got two large, well, they're not the same, different sizes, but the same kind of mechanisms. So you got two large here. We've actually got one in this front door here, but obviously the door's open, so you can't see it. And then you got two down the back. And basically they all have full block out, and it is very dark in here when you have all the full block out up and done. So that's full block out. Then you can bring this down and have half block out, and you can have your flywire screen. Or you can have full wire screen, or you can have neither. If I can do this in one hand, you can have neither. Then another feature I like about these windows is I've got it open at the moment with the air pocket. So it's just open probably about a centimetre, not even, and a bit of air can get in, but it is actually locked. And then if you press the buttons in and do this, we can then either push it out and have it out, or bring it back in and lock it completely, as you can see. So there you go. So that's the windows, which are all the same. Just make sure if you do get a van like this, that when you're doing the bigger ones, you use two hands because you can bugger up the mechanisms. So always two hands. And then we have our storage underneath. This is where our camping chairs, mats, and table and other outdoor things will go on this side. And then on this side is basically where our real outdoorsy stuff goes, like our hoses, our camp cooker, electric cords, our camp oven, and a few other gadgets and toys that we will show you in the future when we decide which ones we will be taking. And then next to that is the heater. So when the heater is on, this is where it all comes out of. And then our hot water is over here, and our hot water system is over here. So you got the vent there, and there's a vent on the outside also. Now this is where our TV goes. It just has, it slips in so quick and easy. It just goes on this bracket, and all I have to do is plug in a couple of cords. Got my remote control, tune it, put my antenna up, tune it. The last two times we've used the TV, haven't had to tune it at all, so it's been great. And yeah, we'll just keep that in there. It makes it easy. The TV gets set up in literally 3 minutes, I reckon, but I'll show you some footage of it set up the last time we were away right now. And then they're quite handy. They're just pockets. They're just to fill a wall. You can pop heaps of stuff in them. And we've got one on this side. One of our amazing viewers gave us this for a bit of luck. We both love it. And we got another one for the chimney as well. How beautiful is that? And then also there's a couple of hooks on these too, which is always handy. Hooks are so handy. And I've got a few more I want to put around as well. And then we've just got the tea towels tucked in there at the moment, which is handy also. Now you're probably wondering, Dino, where is your wardrobe? Well, of course I've spoilt. I'm King Dino. This is my wardrobe. It's full of other things at the moment. Blankets and all the rest of them. But this will be my wardrobe. Let me turn around and show you. Now, by having a larger van, this is what we gain. This is the space we gain. Pretty much that. And the same as with these cupboards. If we had got the smaller one, these drawers would be a lot shorter. Well, this much shorter. Pretty much this much shorter. And it's just a game changer having this much space. Now in these go back really deep. So I'll be able to do my packing cubes, and at back of each cupboard, I'm going to have a pair of my shoes that I'm taking. And then I might just take up two and then share this one with Adam. Plus we need someone to put our dirty washing. So we've got a couple of bags we put our dirty washing in, and they can sit in there because we will only be doing washing probably once a week, maybe once a fortnight sometimes, depending on where we are and what we're doing. All right, I've opened up the back doors just to give you a nice view of the actual back itself. Imagine pulling up to a beautiful spot, opening up the back doors and just looking at the world go by. Maybe a beach, maybe a river. Oh, it's gonna be so great. Now our table goes right there, and I'll show you some footage of it set up the last time we had it set up. And this is the lagoon table. So the 2 spots where you can set up your lagoon table, outside and inside. And then just here we've got another 2 power plugs for when we're plugged in, or the USB underneath for when we're not plugged in. Oh yeah, you can still use that, by the way, when you're not plugged in, the USB. And then up there we've got another 2 plugs when we're cooking, if we want to use the air fryer or something when we're plugged in to mains. And then up here we've got a couple ones when you're plugged in, and also the USB as well. So that is the back of the van pretty much, but I just love just having those doors right open. Now it is an option you can get, an extra option is a screen same as the one we've got on the side on the back of the Emu RV. We opted out of that for now, but we may get it in the future. We'll see how we go, but at the moment we just like having that uninterrupted view when we're sitting in the back of the van. Down here we have the gas bottles, so they are stored there, so you can turn them on quite easy. And then on this side we can access those bits and pieces, including our chairs and Twyla's pull out. She's got a little bed, and then also our table, a fold down table. So pretty much this is what the van will look like when we're traveling. We're going to have nothing out besides maybe some blankets on the end there. So we'll be able to pull over anywhere and just enjoy the back of our van anytime, anywhere. And raining or sun. Today it's raining. Yeah, in the back, and it's gonna be great. Okay, now I've shown you around the van. Let's head home and grab Adam, and we will name our van. That's right, you heard me. We're gonna name the van. Okay, it is that time to name the van. Now we think we got the name, but
yeah,
let's read through them one last time.
We've got many names. So thank you to everyone for contacting, reaching out, and giving us your suggestions. Hopefully I've got them all listed here. Apologies if I've missed.
Yeah, some could have got missed through social media and stuff.
Yeah,
so.
could have missed a couple. Or maybe just, yeah, so got them here. 2 pages worth, but we'll get through them. So a few people did suggest variations of, I guess, Priscilla, Queen of the Desert, Queen of Adventure. So thank you for those. I had Wayne, I had Beth, I had David who had sent through those suggestions. Silken's mum as well, thank you for that idea. We had a couple which had sent through ones naming of Sylvia or versions of Sylvia. So we had Sylvia, Sylvie, which translates to Spirit of the Woods or of the Forest.
Yeah, I thought that was really nice.
So thank you for those. That was from, we had that from Murray, we had that from Ray, we had Leon, Debbie, so thanks for sending that name suggestions through. We had Queenie from Petal, which was kind of goes along the lines of like the whole King Dinner's Adventures idea.
King Dino.
So King Dino and Queenie. I didn't actually look this up, but we had Cointector suggested Spazzy McGee. To be honest with you, didn't look this up. I'm guessing it's a character of some.
It could be a character, or maybe it's like comment down below. But maybe it's like, you know when they say everyone should name things these days on TV shows. They go, oh, we're naming this, and they all come up with like these really silly names, and if enough votes go through, it's like a.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, it's like a anyway.
So we've got that.
Something tugboat. There was that tugboat thing one back in the day. Oh, silly tugboat or something. Anyway,
we'll come to you
later. You know.
We had Lisa. We had Beatrix. This is the name idea of Beatrix, which means voyager or traveller. So thank you, Lisa. 2 Moodles. We had Matilda, which is the classic name, the classic Australian name. Waltzy Matilda. We had that as well. So that's Matilda. Cool. Kim, Zena, the Wonder Van. Debbie, Silver Matilda, so a variation of Matilda. We had Sally and Letitia, Moira, and that was also from Noifi. Noifi loves Lux, so they suggested Moira. And I guess Moira will be from Schitt's Creek, if you see that TV show. Fiona, Twyla, or Adina, and that was in a combination of our names, Adina and Adam, Adina. So
Combining them all.
Combining our names. So thanks, Fiona, for that idea. Aussie Mares, Priscilla, Queen of the Highway, so another variation of Priscilla. Psychosis, Long John Silver. That's a funny one, but thanks, Psychosis, for that one.
I was going to say, was Psychosis the name or Psychosis
Oh,
the person?
Psychosis was the person.
Okay, all
yes.
right.
Yes, and Long John Silver is the name of the van suggestion. Cemeteries Down Under suggested Silver Brumbury, hence the van colour. Robin had suggested Rowena, which is a character name from a character from Sons and Daughters, who had a grey-haired woman or an older woman or more mature, dignified woman.
Sons and Daughters.
So that's where Robin's suggestion of Rowena came from. Marat had given Bellamia, so thanks, Marat. Amanda had Silver Lady as a name suggestion. My point of view had suggested Florence. I'm not sure where Florence came from. Maybe Florence the Machine. Actually, no, she did say Florence Nightingale. So I don't know, I'm not sure of that exactly, but Florence was the name suggestion. We had a couple suggesting Ethel. So we had Beryl and Lou.
Ethel?
Ethel?
That's kind of cute.
I don't know what Ethel means or what's the translation
maybe
of Ethel.
a character.
But there'll be a meaning behind that naming.
I remember reading one that said it was of an emu, named after an emu. Would that be the
We've got to
emu?
that's on the next page.
Oh, is it? Okay.
So we had...
still going.
Yeah, I told you I got 2 pages. So, Mr. Keener's Claudette, and Claudette was named through inspiration from a Roy Orbison song.
Oh.
I don't know that song, personally.
I don't know.
My dad might, because my dad loves Roy Orbison.
I like Roy Orbison. I don't know the song, but...
Dean, not Dean, another Dean, had son Sylvie, so like Sylvia, or actually no, Sylvie R. So that was like another
Sylvie RV.
So another naming idea. Bruce, Silver Sue, so thank you for that, Bruce. Dolly had, this is actually quite funny, RV there yet? So
that is a good one. I like that.
RV there yet? So thanks, Dolly, not Dolly Parton, but thanks, Dolly.
Could be Dolly.
Newfie, I think it's Newfie Loves Luxury. Emma the Emu. I've got a couple of these kind of variations of the emu.
Yeah.
We had, I think it was Dave the Dasher, Miss Emu, and Lotus Light, Erica Emu. So we had a couple kind of the variations of the emu naming convention. Cheryl, Edwina, Micro Traveller had suggested Isabella. Actually, so Cheryl had suggested Edwina. And then Paula had suggested Varo, which is a Mexican word. And then along the lines of the Mexican translations and terminologies, it does relate to silver.
There you go.
So that kind of comes back to the notion of the van colour.
I'm a fan of that one. Anything Mexico.
And then we had Go To Nowhere suggested Bernie. Bernie? Briam or Bernie? My handwriting's atrocious. Briam.
Bernie.
And Ibis had suggested Silver Machine. Wendell's Vangelina Jolie.
I love that one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Mr. His has suggested Dream Machine. Well, it is a dream machine, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Diane suggested Xena, which is the royal princess, but that was inspired through the colour and the toughness of the van. So thanks, Diane, for that suggestion. Leon had suggested a very Aussie name, Sheila. So we did want to have like a more of a feminine name, didn't we, for the van?
Yeah.
And then Lorraine had suggested Princess Panda.
Princess Panda. Well, where did that come from?
I don't know.
Princess Panda.
Not sure. But yeah, thanks, Lorraine.
Yeah.
So we did have many suggestions that you've heard. Thank you to everyone.
Thanks everyone for writing in those. And they weren't just, they were all different. There were so many different names, which was awesome. So
and the meaning behind them as well. There's some thought taking into the process of choosing those naming options as well. So thank you.
Yes.
But we have chosen a name, and it has been suggested by a couple of a couple of viewers. Did you want to announce the name?
I can't even pronounce it properly,
Oh,
but
wow.
I do love it.
That's not a good start.
All right, I'll say the second part of it because there's a name and then we've got that little bit of extra
Okay.
that we're going to add to it.
Well, we chose a name, and the name that we chose was suggested from. It was suggested from
Yeah, find it, Adam.
Sally and Letitia, and Newfie loves luxury, and the name is. It actually kind of
Drum roll.
It is kind of ironic as well, but we're going to go with Moira.
Yes.
Moira, and a couple of reasons. Well, the main reason, well, we had the suggestions, so thank you. That's definitely one of them, and we like the idea that now Moira is from Schitt's Creek, and
So Schitt's Creek, if you don't know, is a TV show that
Canadian
was
TV show.
very popular in lockdown. It had been running for years, but it got picked up and everyone started watching it. And just out of lockdown, they had the last season. And in that was a character called Twyla, and that's where we obviously got Twyla's name from. And then we thought, well, wouldn't it be kind of appropriate to use the same from the same show?
Yep.
And our little bit extra we're going to add on to that is...
Oh, am I saying it?
Yeah,
I thought
you
were
go.
saying.
Oh,
okay.
so
it's Moira, but Moira the Explorer.
Yeah, so we thought a play
So-
on Dora the Explorer, but Moira the
Yeah,
Explorer.
so I mean, we'll call the van Moira,
Yeah.
but then in times we'll say the Explorer as well. And that
Yeah.
play on the whole play of it all. Obviously, us traveling around and getting around. And I do like the Moira naming because when you look at the character, there's a very famous. Well, it depends if you watch it, but the poster of it or the advertising of the family, there's a Moira, the character actually wears like a silver.
It's like
Like a
outfit.
silver top. It's like a silver brace.
Anyway, put it up on the
plate
screen,
top.
Adam. Put it up on
If
the
I
screen.
find it, I'll put it up on top on the screen. But it kind of ties to the whole silver of the van as well.
And the actress that played her... Sorry, I just spoke over you. The actress that just had played her only just recently passed as
Yes.
well. And she was in so many amazing movies.
Home Alone.
Home Alone, Beetlejuice, and so many more.
Yeah, this is Catherine O'Hara, if I got her name correctly.
Yeah, so I hope you're right. And but yeah, so rest in peace to her, and now she can live on in the memory of, well, you know, name of the van. So
Well, the character will.
The character will.
So,
Anyway.
yeah, but thank you. Yeah, thanks for naming ideas. It was great to get some suggestions, and it did help with helping, choosing a name. It was hard for us to kind of pick a name that's like just initially, wasn't it? Like we was trying to flow you between a few different ideas, and we're like, do the whole silver angle or the explorer angle, or a bit of a hard one, but thank you.
We got there. So guys, some great news. We will be heading out in our van finally for our first proper adventure now that it's packed, and we're going to head out to somewhere for maybe 1 or 2 nights, which you'll see next Sunday at 5 p.m. Hopefully we'll be able to have continuous episodes from here on in. There may be a chance that 1 or 2, we might have to miss a week or 2 here or there, but we'll definitely let you know if that has to happen. But otherwise, we're doing all right, and we're back on the road next Sunday at 5 p.m. And remember, guys, to hype this episode.
Subscribe if you haven't done so.
Subscribe and leave a comment. Tell us what you think of the name. Or if you've got something not nice to say, maybe don't say anything at all. We couldn't pick all of them. All right, guys. Well, until 5 p.m. next week, we'll see you then. See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.